أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا إلى يوم الدين. Arabic language is a very rich language. It has multiple words to express one theme. And one of those essential themes that Arabic language has given too many words for is the theme of promise, covenant, pledge, putting your hand in someone's hand and making a vow, agreement. So it uses the word ahd, covenant. It uses the word aqd, contract. It uses the word mithaq, which means a documented contract or a documented covenant. So it's ahd plus. It uses the word hilf or halif, like to swear with someone or something that is valuable, to make a vow. Dhimma, which means protection. You give your protection to someone. You give your responsibility, your commitment to someone. If you say to someone, I give you my dhimma, I give you my commitment that I will not do this and I will not do this. And they also use the word il, which means strong vow. From that, the fuqaha take the word ila, which situation where the husband vows not to come close to his wife. And that is obviously haram. And the Qur'an says that those who make such a vow, they will be given 4 months by the judge. If they do not resume marital life and fulfill the right of the wife upon them, the qadi, the judge, will issue a divorce or another marriage. And also they use the word habl, which literally means rope. But because the rope ties two things together, it is as if those who have a covenant have been tied together. They use the word qasam, which also means to vow or to swear in the name of Allah, and also the word bay'ah, pledge. Because Arabs place so much weight to giving someone your promise, giving someone your word, giving someone your commitment, giving someone your hand. So much so that if you would like to protect someone, you can give them a piece of your clothes. And if you give them a piece of your clothes, then it means they have your protection. It's a sign between you and them. They mention that Abdul Muttalib, the grandfather of the Prophet ﷺ, a man came to him and he said, I'm in distress. Possibly he killed someone or he committed a crime, and he had to pay a humongous amount of camels as a price or as a punishment. But the man did not have anything. So he ran to Abdul Muttalib ibn Hashim ibn Abd Manaf, Sayyid Quraysh, the master of Quraysh. And Abdul Muttalib said, I don't have what you need now, but take my rida, take my shawl, or take a piece of my cloth, one item of his clothes. And he said, give it to them and say, this is a sign that I will pay. And they took that and they put it in their eyes, and that was the pledge. And the Quran talks to us about a sign of pledges. It's Qamis Yusuf. It's the shirt of Yusuf alayhi salam. That Sayyidina Yaqub alayhi salam, in his long story with Yusuf, the qamis, the shirt, is evident and present in every turn of the story. So it is evident as a proof against the brothers of Yusuf when it was soaked with the blood of a sheep, and they claimed this is the blood of Yusuf, and they said فَأَكَلَهُ الذِّئْبُ فَأَكَلَهُ الذِّئْبُ, that the wolf has eaten it. And then Yaqub looked and he said, it is so strange that the wolf has eaten it and it hasn't left any holes. It has not tear it apart. It only has blood, but I can't see the traces of the teeth of the wolf. What type of wolf is this? And it's the same qamis, it's the same shirt that was much later. Some ulama said there was another shirt, or it was possibly the same shirt, or they got another shirt to Yaqub alayhi salam, but he said Yusuf was wearing an inner shirt that his father dressed him in, and it's that shirt that came to Yaqub and he regained his sight. Some ulama say that this was the shirt that Ismail alayhi salam was wearing when he was being slaughtered by Ibrahim alayhi salam. That was inherited from a generation to another generation. Point is that betraying your promise, betraying your covenant, betraying your word, breaking your promise, breaking your commitment, breaking your responsibility has a grave consequence in this world as much as with the next. So much so that Arabs have equally generated multiple words for the one who breaks his promise. So they say kadhab, a liar. And then they also use the word afak. Afak is a type of lying where the person makes up things. He breaks a promise as well. He breaks a promise of honesty. He breaks a promise of integrity. He breaks a promise of dealing with people with adl, with justice and fairness. They also use the word nakith. Nakith is someone who who turns to his what he has woven, and he undoes that. Like he basically goes back in his promise. And the Quran says, وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّتِي نَكَثَتْ غَزْلَهَا. Do not be like the woman who, after making her weaving for a whole day, at the end of the day, she unravels all of that. She basically is someone building a wall and then destroys that. صاحب جمهرة الأمثال Abu Hilal al-Askari, he says there was a woman in Mecca called Rita. And this lady used to have her servants and the people who used to work for her, she used to tell them to use wool to make strings and weave for half the day. And then the other half of the day, she says, let's unravel everything. So she builds and she breaks. She builds and she breaks. She makes a promise of something being fruitful and she takes her footsteps back. And the Arabs, because of that, they said that's a sign of stupidity. فَقَالُوا أَحْمَقُ مِنْ رِيطَةٍ. There is no one more stupid than Rita. And the Quran, without naming the lady, said, وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّتِي نَقَضَتْ غَزْلَهَا مِنْ بَعْدِ قُوَّةٍ أَنْكَاثًا تَتَّخِذُونَ أَيْمَانَكُمْ دَخَلًا بَيْنَكُمْ. Do not be like the woman who unravels what she has woven for the day. Do not use your promises, your oaths, your vows to get into people's trust and then break that. After you have built trust, you destroy it.